Hey guys, Savage Recovery back for another video. Just got an article sent to me from one of my Patreons, and this is actually pretty good. Before we get into it, 30% of you guys are not subscribed to me. Make sure you hit the subscribe button and hit the bell to get all of my notifications. Leave me a like, a comment, even share the video. Help me with the algorithms, help support the channel. If you like what I do, you can check me out on Instagram at savage_red_studios, where you can see all my photography. You also can go to Savage Red Studios on YouTube and look at my photography channel. And if you guys want to help support the channel for this to grow or be able to contact me directly, you can always check me out in the description at my Patreon. Let's get into it. Now, this article is from CNN, and as we all know, CNN has released fake articles and done fake stories, and they have a narrative to push, and they kind of sometimes seem to be in the corner of being pro-China. So we do have to take this article with a grain of salt, but at the same time, I'm at least going to report on it because this could have, if this is true, it could have problems for all of us with America and the things that China is starting to do with us. So it says China seals off village after bubonic plague death in Inner Mongolia. Authorities in China, in the Chinese region of Inner Mongolia, have sealed off a village after a resident there died from the bubonic plague. A bubonic plague, the centuries-old disease responsible for most deadly pandemic in American history. The death was reported to the health authorities in Beitou City on Sunday, and the victim was confirmed to be a bubonic plague patient on Thursday. The uh, Beitou Municipal Health Commission said in a statement on its website that the patient died of uh, circulatory system failure. According to the statement, it did not mention how the patient had caught the plague. Now, what people don't realize is the bubonic plague. Well, people I'm sure realize it, but it was called the Black Plague, and the Black Plague was spread by ticks and rats, and it was from a lack of hygiene, from sewage being in the water and rotting food in the streets and piss and shit at the time being in the roads, because in Europe at the time they didn't have like a sewage system, and they didn't really have like trash collection during the dark ages and whatnot. So it came from there being a lot of filth and whatnot in the area, and these these bacteria or this plague manifesting and spreading to rats, and then from the rats going to tick or to fleas, and the fleas biting people and it's spreading. But with that being said, there is no evidence of a large amount of rats being uncovered that had the bubonic plague. So some people say that's the reason, some people seem to disagree. But let's get into the article. To curb the spread of the disease, authorities sealed off Ju Zinkin village, sorry if I pronounced that wrong, where the dead patient lived, and operated daily disinfections of homes. All villagers have so far tested negative for the disease, the statement said. 9 close contacts and 26 secondary contacts of the patient have been quarantined and tested negative, the commission said. Damo Banner, the district where the village is located, has been put on a level 3 alert for the plague, the second lowest in a 4-level system until the end of the year. This is the second case and the first death of the bubonic plague in China has confirmed this year. The previous case was discovered in July in Beinu, Nura, another city in Inner Mongolia, leading to the issues of another level 3 alert and the closure of several tourist spots. The plague, caused by bacteria and transmits through flea bites and infected animals, killed an estimated 50 million in Europe during the the Black Death pandemic in the Middle Ages. Bubonic plague, which is one of the plague's 3 forms, causes painful swollen lymph nodes and all, as well as fever, chills, and coughing. The advent of antibiotics, which can treat most infections if they are caught early enough, has helped to contain plague outbreaks, preventing the type of rapid spread witnessed in Europe in the Middle Ages. But it has not been eliminated entirely and has made a recent comeback, leading the World Health Organization, the WHO, to categorize it as a re-emerging disease. Now, again, there happens to be some questionable things going on with the WHO and with China. I'm not here to say if it's true or if it's not true, but again, just do your own research, take your own perspective. Don't, you know, read some from here and read some from there and some from this other source and try to fill the gap, see where it overlaps. Common. Okay, so I'm not going to read the title, but anywhere from 1,000 to 2,000 people get the plague every year, according to the WHO, but the total is likely too modest an estimate, since it doesn't account for unreported cases. According to 2016 data, the possibility of the plague exists on almost every continent, especially the western United States, parts of Brazil, scattered areas in the Southeast Africa, and large swaths of China, India, and the Middle East. In the US, there have been anywhere from a few to a few dozen cases of the plague every year, according to the Center of Disease Control and Prevention. In 2015, 2 people in Colorado died from the plague, and the year before that were 8 reported cases in the states. In China, 31 cases of the plague were reported between 2009 and 2019, including 12 deaths, according to the data released by the National Health Commission. On Thursday, Beitou authorities warned of a risk of a human plague epidemic spread in the city and urged the public to take extra precautions and seek immediate medical attention if they developed any symptoms of fever or coughing. They also urged people to reduce contact with wild animals while traveling and avoid hunting, skinning, or eating animals that could cause infections. Last month, 2 cases of bubonic plague were confirmed in Mongolia. Brothers who had been eating marmot meat, according to the Chinese state-run news agency. I have no idea how to pronounce that. I really, it's Xinhua. I like, if I try to pronounce it, not only am I gonna look like a fool, but it's gonna be mispronounced. Apologize me for not understanding how to pronounce Chinese words. In May 2019, another couple in Mongolia died from the plague after eating the raw kidney of a marmot, thought to be a folk remedy for good health. Well, the fact that you're already eating raw meat is not a good idea, so probably shouldn't do that. That doesn't seem like that was a great idea. Marmots, a type of large ground squirrel that is eaten in some parts of China and the neighboring country, Mongolia, and which have historically caused plague outbreaks in the region. The marmot is believed to have caused the 1911 plague pandemic, which killed 63,000 people in the northeast China. It was hunted for its fur, which soared in popularity among international traders. The diseased fur products were traded and transported around the country, infecting thousands along the way. So, in conclusion to this article, China's fucked up. Things just keep popping up in China. We got SARS, we got the plague, we got CV, we've got all sorts of crazy shit going on over there. So if you're not from China, probably don't travel there. 2, another crazy thing is not only are they eating bats, but they eat marmot, which caused a plague in 1911. So these people happen to eat weird shit and they end up dying. So probably keep it to a minimum on the stuff that you eat. Don't eat wild animals that just seem crazy. Like, don't eat a possum. Just don't do stupid shit like that. But that's just my opinion. I'm gonna link the article down in the description so you guys can actually go back and read it if you like. Tell me what you guys think. Stay savage.